Hi and welcome to No Garden, No Problem. My name is Sarah and I'm from Schlee, the Waterford Sustainable Living Initiative. And as part of our People and Planet project, we're doing this series on sustainable growing in urban spaces. So if you live in an apartment or a shared space with no garden to speak of, then this series is for you. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can compost on your back doorstep. Basically, I'm just going to show you how you can make your own compost bin. It's really simple and you only need a few things to do it, so don't worry about it. It's going to be really easy. I can already hear you asking why would you bother composting at home? Well, there's a few reasons. Firstly, it's going to save you money. So you're going to save money on your bin charges from your household waste, which is great. Secondly, you're going to be able to have your own really good nutrient-rich compost that you can use on your plants. Don't worry, I will show you how to use this in another video. And thirdly, you can help save the planet. So composting at home for just 1 year can save global warming gases equal to all the CO2 your kettle produces in a year, or your washing machine produces in 3 months. So basically, by composting at home, you're carbon offsetting your tea and coffee drinking habits. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, let's get started. What are you going to need? So the first thing you're going to need is a drill and a drill bit. A 1/4 inch drill bit is great, but basically you're looking for a small one like that. Okay, the second thing you're going to need is a dark box. Now I'm using this size because that's what I can fit in my little area, but you can use a smaller one like this if you want. But you can even use sweet boxes that are left after Christmas, you know, the tubs. Any box that's kind of dark and has a lid on it, you can use. The third thing you're going to need is carbon. So that's things like your papers, so Kleenex box, toilet rolls, paper, newspaper, cardboard, all of that stuff is your carbon. Even old leaves that have died off like this, anything that's dead, that's carbon. And the fourth thing you're going to need is this stuff. This is your nitrogen. So this is stuff like your carrot peelings or your dead flowers that are still green, your tea bags, make sure they're compostable though, potato peels, coffee grounds, the leaves, old salad leaves from the fridge, anything that's gone off, anything that's green, the innards of your peppers, that's this stuff. Okay, so grab your box and grab your drill. So you're going to drill holes around the top like this where I've started. And this is for oxygen to get in. Oxygen is really important, so you want a good few holes. I'm going to finish off this, and I might even do another row of them. So these holes are about 2 centimeters apart. You need a little bit of space between them, but not too much. I might do another row of holes underneath again, just to make sure that there's lots of oxygen getting into it. And that's it basically started. You must, I don't know if I said this earlier, but make sure you use a dark coloured box because you don't want light getting into it. And you need to have a good lid on it with a good tight seal, so that when you're closing it off, it closes really well. I'm not going to put holes in the top of this box for oxygen because this is going to live outside. And when it lives outside, you don't want rain getting into it, and we live in Ireland, it's going to rain. If rain gets into it, it's going to be too wet. So now we're going on to our layering. This is the main event of your composting. So you start off with that carbon. Do you remember I was talking about that carbon earlier on? It's your brown stuff, it's your paper, your cardboard, your toilet rolls, all of that stuff. So we're going to start layering that. You don't have to tear it up very small, but a little bit, it just aids it just makes it quicker. Hold tissue. So this is probably enough for your first layer of brown material. So we're going to move on to your nitrogen. This is this green stuff that I talked about earlier. So your stuff from your kitchen, your flowers that have gone over, your old lettuce leaves, the outside of your cabbage, all of that stuff. So that's this layer. So this layer, that's going to add in the moisture. there already. Old oranges that have gone mouldy and bad. Right, that's good for your next layer. Now we're going to another layer of carbon again. You can even use an old egg box. Just make sure that all the stickers are got off it so it's no plastic going into your compost. You definitely don't want plastic in there because it doesn't break down. And now for our next layer of nitrogen green material. So outside of the cabbage, eggshells. Oh, lovely old banana. Just gonna shake that in there. And that's it. You want 50-50% of each part. So you want 50% of your green stuff and 50% of your carbon, which is your cardboard and stuff, which gives you a really nice mix. You need to have that balance in there. This compost is going to be amazing. It breaks down really, really well together as long as you keep that 50-50 ratio. And that's it. Pop on your lid. Nice tight seal. Every few days give it a shake and it should break down really nicely. And you can just keep adding stuff in. But just remember to keep adding the same amount of this green nitrogen material and the carbon cardboard material. And if you run out of space, that's okay. Just get another box, you can stack it on top. Just like that. And so you can go vertically with it. So you're not taking up too much floor space, but you've got loads of space for your compost. I know I'm keeping this outside so I don't have holes in the top. But if you have a smaller box and you don't really have anywhere outside you can keep it, just use a smaller box and keep it in a cupboard, in a shed, somewhere dark. So top tips when you're making compost. The reason you want it 50-50% is because you want it moist, but you don't want it dripping wet, and you don't want it bone dry either. You need it a little bit moist so all of the good microbes and fungi can do all their little job in there and break it down for you. So make sure that if it's too dry, you add in more of your nitrogen material, so an old orange or the peelings from stuff. And if it's too wet, throw in more of the cardboard, the brown material, and that should soak up all that excess moisture. Give it a shake every couple of days. You'll have lovely compost forming within, I'd say, it depends on the size of your box and how warm it is, but a few months. So that's it. It's as simple as that. Just give it a shake every couple of days and you're gonna have gorgeous compost. Any questions? Just leave them in the comments section. You can check out the links below to the other videos in this series, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a mil.